Hi everybody, thank you for all for coming in here. Glad you all could make it. Just a second, I think Dr. Ghosal is having a little trouble connecting. Um, yeah, he's having a little trouble connecting. Give me a couple of minutes and I will sort this out with him. I will help him to connect and I'll get back with you. All right? Few minutes. Right, I just had a call with Dr. Ghoshal, um, and he's getting all set to join. There's just some technical issue he's been facing. In the meantime, I'll right. Sorry. So while Dr. Ghoshal is coming in, let me just launch a small poll just to understand who all are here. Um, right. So just wanted to see, uh, get an understanding of who all are here. All right. If you're a parent of a DQLab student, you could type in yes. And if you're a parent of a non-DQLab students, you could type in no. All right. So that's that. I will end this. And I have another question for you. Here, which is if you've already applied to Jain University, or if you're not here and just considering, or you're just here for the information. Okay, I think pretty much everybody's answered that. Okay. Um, Give me a moment. Let me just speak to someone else. Yeah, Nandakumar. Those of you who have just joined in, I'm sorry about this, but Dr. Ghoshal is having some trouble with getting on board. But in the meantime, let me just show you what you can do. Okay. I'll just give you a brief background to Dr. Ghoshal. Okay. So, for those who do not know, Dr. Ghoshal is the former director or founding director of NID Bangalore, and he's been with NID for he was with NID Ahmedabad for 16 years, and then he came down to NID Bangalore another 10 almost 10 12 years. He was with the uh, NID Bangalore. Just a second. Hello. Okay. Okay. No. Uh, yeah. So he said it'll take a couple of minutes more. Uh, Hold on. He's just in the middle. That's the sub issue that he's facing, and he needs a couple more minutes to for the thing to download. But either ways, let me just explain a little bit about this. So Dr. Ghoshal is a very evident personality, and he's been with the Jain University since the last 1 year. The first batch has started only last year, and this is their second batch. Okay, but if you want more information about Jain University, what you need about this particular college, what you need to do is come on to edge.dqlabs.in, click on this link, Okay, click on this link, and over here you'll see Jain University. Click on this. Okay, and from here you could either visit the college website, or there's a small apply now button. You could read a little bit about the college and the university and information here. Okay, there are some links which you could click on to get a little more information. Okay. Um, Also, yeah, so once you click on this button, there's an email that gets shot out to them with your contact details. Okay. And what happens is the college will connect with you. All right. So those interested in joining this webinar, applying to this college uh, can attend this. All right. Uh, Now, Dr. Ghoshal has joined in. Um, Let me just add him.
Hello, Dion.
Yes,
Hello, Dion.
yes,
Is
Dr.
it
Ghoshal.
audible now?
Yes, it is audible. Thank you so much for coming. Is there any way you can
Excellent.
switch your webcam on, or you're not able to do that?
How many of them are there?
There are about 23 attendees at this point of time.
Hi, can you all hear me? Hello.
Yeah, so what will have to happen is, Dr. Ghoshal, uh, all these
Yeah.
students will be typing in their questions, and I understand you've
Ah,
connected from your mobile phone. So
yeah.
what I will do is I will read out the questions and or the
Yeah.
communication from the students, and you can take it from there. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Ready.
do you have any presentation or a webcam to share, or a cam to share, or so that people can see you? Is it possible for you to share your cam?
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Screen share. I don't think so, but what I can do is I can talk about 5 minutes talking about the
Okay.
differentiation that we have been creating.
Fantastic. Okay.
Will
All
that
right.
work?
Yes, that works.
Couple of
What
very
we've done,
important things.
yeah, what I've done is I've opened up this DQ Edge page of the Jain University D School, so all students can see what is on this DQ Edge page.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
can I speak to all of them? Can you hear me?
Yes, everyone can hear you. Everyone else is muted, but they
Okay.
can hear you, and they will type in their questions. And when they type in their questions, I will put that out aloud. Or to all the
Okay.
audience here, if you want to ask a question directly, please message in the
Hmm.
questions pane, and I will unmute you, and then you can ask your question directly. Right?
Now, what I intend to do is I want to speak with them straight for about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
okay?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Hi to all of you. First of all, let me welcome you in this webinar. And some of the key issues that I want to bring in is that let's say even at NID they had a segregation of product design, ceramic design, furniture design. Now tell me, is furniture not a product? Point to remember. Point number three is, traditionally we had spoken about visual communication. Now, don't we do any communication with our ears? Don't we do any communication with our palm by touch? So it's not a matter of visual communication, it's a matter of communication. Point number three, if you, wherever you are sitting, if you look around, you will only see two things. One is product and space. Now, this product could be anything which is three-dimensional. A table is also a product. A shoe storage system is also a product. Now, what we have done is we have enlarged our canvas and umbrella under our industrial design for those who wants to pursue their B-days for them. We have under industrial design, we only have product and UI UX. Product and space. Under the product, you do any kind of product. And please understand, gone are the days of those traditional models of understanding about a product. Now the definition of product is blended with materials, form, artificial intelligence, intelligent material, everything together. So these are the kinds of differentiations that we have in our philosophy and the way of looking at things. This is issue number one. Issue number two is, before designing, before jumping into design, there is something called creative imagineering. And that's the reason to all of you, if you look at our front page of the website, we don't have, or the brochure, we don't have anything called design on the front page. Because now design is coming as the overall approach towards giving the solution to the right kind of people in the right kind of context. It could be a blend of product. It could be a blend of product, AI, IoT. It could be a matter of AR, VR, MR. So it is not, it is giving the solution is more important than designing a product. Other thing that I want to keep in mind is that please don't think that we do any compromise on the factors of, or the grammars of designing something. Those will be taught as per the time-tested methods. Those are the grammars, the communicational methods, drawing, digital techniques for communication, for concept development. Those are all going to be there. But the underlying philosophy of the whole approach is driven by innovation and opportunity finding. And we want to establish the process of imagineering correct, so that if that is correct, you can generate any kind of solution for a specific group of users in a specific context. These are some of the issues. And the last point at this stage that I want to flag out is that we are trying to differentiate our pedagogical methods in a couple of more than 4 or 5 counts. The first count is all the creative people can be grouped in 3 groups. One, who are extremely good at skill. The other group who are extremely good at developing a concept. What a fantastic idea. Nobody could thought of it, kind of. The other group of people who wants to be creative in the research domain. Look at the market, look at the users, what exactly is being, what is happening, why is it happening not the way we thought of, what will be the best way to give them the solution, which is a research-driven approach. So what we have done is, by way of incorporating 9 projects on a choice-based system, if any student wants to get to pursue the skill track, he or she can. If somebody wants to pursue the conceptualization track, it is open for him or her. If somebody wants to be in the research domain, it's also open to him or her. At the same time, anybody can do a mix and match of all these things. 1. 2 is that We have differentiated ourselves. Probably this is the only design school in India whereby we have made portfolio preparation and presentation and communication skills, which are credited courses. Point number two. Point number three is we have a very, very strong industry connect, in the sense we are possibly the only design institution in India who is under pressure from the industry. And any particular question at this point of time? Hello?
Right, right, Dr. Ghoshal. Um, right. So what we've understood is that there are various approaches and very different approaches that are being taken by Jain University. Um,
That's right.
at this point of time, does anyone have questions for Dr. Ghoshal? Questions could be related to their programs, to their courses, to their delivery methods, to the faculty, to the
Industry industry connects.
yeah. So
And one of the most important thing that I want to flag to all of them is that in the first page of our website, I have gone to the public and told that there will be an assured industry project from the day one of your specialization.
all right, I think that's
Okay.
very interesting.
Yeah.
This is something. All right, so this is something that we think is a good opportunity with, or possible because of having Dr. Ghoshal heading the college. Um, he's extremely well connected with industry because of his, NID past. He's currently the principal design consultant to BEML. So we have a
Hmm.
question from Tejaswini. How's the entrance
Yeah.
exam going to be conducted?
Very important question. Yes, this entrance is going to be a typical admission test, which is going to start on 24th of this month. Official announcement will be up very soon. And the questions, all of them are a little bit of GK, little bit of basic physics, little bit of basics mathematics, and there is going to be a little descriptive kind of drawing and communication. Parallel with that will be portfolio preparation. This is part A of the answer. Part B of the answer is very unique. Is that why are we talking today? Maybe you have a single spark somewhere in the entire creative domain. Hone it up. For example, somebody may have scored very low, but he or she is very passionate about paper craft. Now the thing is, if I can pick up that spark in him or her and hone it up, he or she can become an international designer in that field. I'm very clear about this through my 3 decades of design education and picking up the students, running admission tests, selection procedures, etc. So part A, of course, there is going to be an average section of the test which all the candidates would love going through. We will also take a rational balance between how much he or she has scored in the MCQ questions, how much what is seen from his or her communicative drawing. And when I talk about drawing, please understand that we don't want to see an extraordinary drawing, because in any case, in the first class, the candidates will be taught as to how to hold a pencil, how to hold a straight line, how to hold a curved line. We just want to see that whether he or she has it or not. We will also be rational in terms of marking the overall average of the scoring of the MCQs, descriptive answers in drawing, portfolio preparation, and personal interview, which is coming up around in the first cycle, is going to happen sometimes around 25th or 26th of this month. So does that answer?
Yeah, is that clear, Tejaswini? I do let us know if you need any more clarification. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so she says yes, thank you. We have a question from Anusha Sounder. I understand to
Okay.
get into the university, we have to get a rank
Hmm.
in UCET or JET exam. Does
Hmm.
preparing generally for a design exam help?
Hmm. Well, our entry is from two pathways. One is through UCED, and the second one, who doesn't want to take UCED or who has not taken UCED for any reason. The second pathway is Jain entrance test, which is coming up on the 24th. And as I again repeat, we have taken a conscious call. The entire set of questions has been reiterated more than 3 to 4 times to make it a little average one. And for this candidate also, let me repeat that please don't think it is the question or answer or the scoring is going to be black and white or yes or no. Because we will be doing a rational balancing between how much have you scored in the multiple choice questions, how much have you scored in descriptive, drawings and comment. There are going to be two questions on that section C, and portfolio review and personal interview. Because sometimes what happens is, he or she may not have done good at all in the first three sections. But when it comes to personal interview, we gauge a level of clarity and seriousness and passion into the candidate. Of course, he or she will be given a higher priority. Is that clear?
Yep. So,
Okay.
Tejaswini is asking, how will the sketching questions be solved online?
The way it is going to come up is that the questions are going to be there in front on your screen. Uh, Beside looking at the question, you are supposed to pick up a white paper of any size, draw the sketches that answer the questions. The questions will be in pure English. Draw it out in the white paper. You were supposed to take a picture and you were supposed to upload that. Entire thing is being formed on the electronic format. So we have taken due consideration that I think some portfolio or drawings or anything up to a reasonable extent, it's a very smooth and very clean way of submitting the photograph, your own sketches and drawings that you have done. You will have to sketch it out. I think the time duration is going to be 40 minutes for two questions, 20 minutes for one, 20 minutes for another one, and 10 minutes for the preparatory work of taking the snap and uploading that into the system. Does that answer?
Is that clear, Tejaswini? If it's clear, do let us know. Yash is asking, what are the requirements of the portfolio?
Very good question. Please understand that the kids generally start sketching, drawing, taking photographs, and doing some painting work and digital rendering from sixth or seventh standard onward. So by saying portfolio, what I mean is any sketches, any product that you wanted to make, any paper cardboard model, any flower vase painting, and this can be submitted as simple JPEG. For 2D things, take the camera or smartphone camera on the top, take some snaps. If he or she is exploring on some 3D things, keep it on a table, take some angled photographs, and just send it to us. This is called portfolio.
All right.
And a candidate is Yash. Is it Yash?
Yes.
Also
Yash.
tell them, also tell them that I will personally give equal weightage if they can send us something in which they failed. For example, was trying to draw a picture with certain media, but it did not work. Thought of doing some experimentation on some water flow or ink flow or electricity flow or something like that, but did not work. Because also tell them that the stories of failure is also equal to the stories of winning something. Because from the failure also, if you know why you have failed, you have understood, you have learned something. So, if somebody can send us some material on his or her failures, I have to consider that. Is that clear?
Yep. I think that's clear. Yash's answer is being answered. Okay. The next question is from Ishita Chituri. Are
Okay.
there any scholarships being offered? If so, on what basis?
No, scholarships will not be offered as such, but frankly speaking, if we really see some genuine spark, but he or she is from so-called economically, weaker section and deserves some concession, reduction, deduction, I have the liberty and authority to take it to the chairman and to the president. But as such, there are no, advertised scholarship.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I think that's fair enough. Um,
Yes, yes,
right. So Amulya Sahni is asking, is there a studio test for JET?
yes. Come again, come again. I missed the question, might be.
Is there a studio test for JET? That's the round two studio test.
No, 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 no. It will be all online, all online,
Yeah. So I think this
all
year there's
online.
been tremendous constraint um, for
Huh.
everyone and for all
And,
institutes.
and Dion, and
Yeah.
Dion, can they hear me directly?
Yes, they can hear you directly.
Actually, Dion, with your kind permission, I want to flag a very, very important information to all the candidates or all the prospective candidates, those who are listening to this webinar,
Mhm.
is that please understand that with 30 years of experience, just a little bit of saying something, uh, usage of one English word is enough for us. If all of you are listening to me, I will tell you a small story what happened with me just the other day. I was interviewing one prospective candidate. She could be a small girl coming for, B days. I asked her, so what do you have in your mind, in your heart? She said, look at this. She said, I want to make something interesting and good which they would love to use it. Now, that the very understanding that design is not for you, but for them is enough for me to take her in. You got my point?
Yep. Yep. Uh,
See, there is
Anusha,
a, see, there is a, yeah, please.
go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
No, there is a large difference between had somebody have told me that I would like to make fantastic things, okay, one weightage, and somebody tells me that I want to make something which they would like. In the first case, I'll give 1 out of 100. In the second case, I'll give 80 out of 100. But because of the fact of the matter is that design is not for you. Design is for them. So this realization from the very beginning is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Carry on, please.
All right. So, so Anusha, is your question answered? Is the question been answered? Yeah. Right. So fundamentally, there will not be a studio test. Like I said, the probably need for it is also a
Hmm.
question.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. Right. So, are there any other questions? Sir, could you please elaborate on the type of companies that are coming to interact with your students at Jain University?
Well, I will answer it in two ways. Number one, I personally have, historically, I have been in touch with the entire electronics industry, electronic product industry, Indian Machine Tool Manufacturers Association, the entire IT industry, and the entire retail industry. I'm also connected with the raw materials industry. Any one of you are welcome in our the seventh floor of the Center for Management Studies campus. I will show you that raw materials are waiting in our design studio. One kind of raw material, which is natural material, which has come from Calcutta. The other raw material is on the series of plyboards and things like that. A whole lot of joineries and fixtures. So this is one part of the story. The second part of the story is from the beginning of my life, when I was 26 and a half, one of my leg has been out in the industry. And this is probably the only design educator in India who, parallel to developing a design institute, who also consults companies like Bharat Art Movers Limited. It's a continuous art. The company badge is in my bag. I do private consulting. I do training programs, and this is one part of the whole story. So industry connection is not an issue at all. Be it natural materials to high-end intelligent material to AI to IoT to chatbots to graphics and interactive to machine tools to biomedical products to electronic products. The connection is already there. But this is part A of the story. Part B of the story is I have always worked on a formula of co-creation of job opportunities. If you like something, I will go out and find out an industry with whom you would probably like to work with. Then he says, wow, I was looking for this kind of input. You say that, wow, it will be nice working with you. Here starts the model of co-creation. And my mathematics is in the bachelor's, they all have to do 9 projects. The ninth one being the final project. So during the fourth semester to seventh semester, they will be doing 8 projects with 8 industries. Got my point? I leave 50% of them, so remaining is 4 industries. So by default, it will create 4 co-created job opportunities. Obviously, number one. Number two, you will be doing a final 6-month project, the so-called final project. Consistently, I have seen they want to take them who has worked with them for straight 6 months. So 4 companies co-created. 5th one is the company with whom you will be doing the final project. And the 3rd offer will come from their competitors. So by default, you will create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 job opportunities as it is.
I think that's fantastic. Okay. Right.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
and to take all of you in confidence, apart from all the stamped designers in Bangalore and around India, either they'll be my contemporary or my students. Contemporary meaning we may have played football together, or maybe my students. And to just give you an example, IBM UI UX head is Sriram, my own student. Anurag is currently was with Amazon. Now I think he has gone to Meru. Is my own student. Most of the people in Microsoft India Development Center, Hyderabad, are my own students. Cement, my own students started design for retail experience from Bangalore way back in 2007. So, my dear friends, please understand one of the most important things that you all should keep in mind that from now on, design is taking another turn. It is no longer designing another intelligent, microwave oven, another hobnob burner or a chimney. Gone are the days of making furniture. So we are looking at an innovation-driven design developments for which industries are all ready. Why industries are ready? Because of a simple reason, is that Ghoshal, now we have people, machinery, raw material, everything. We are happy with our current products. What else can be done? Here we pitch in. So that's the business model of the education which we are planning to take on. Does that answer?
Yeah.
And and another thing which I must tell you at this point of time, but tell me, all people are hearing to this, na?
Yes.
Okay, so to all of you, you'll be glad to know that it might sound that I'm doing some self-trumpeting, but sometimes it's important because unless and until you shout for yourself, nobody's come to come and recognize you. You'll be glad to know that we have done something first in the history of Indian public sector undertaking in manufacturing. We have created an industrial design center inside the Bharat Art Movers Limited. 3 designers have been appointed. They are currently the employees of Bharat Art Movers Limited, that's the Government of India, Ministry of Defense. This is a creation of job. So if you go back to the model of creating the job that I just explained, it's not in the air. It's established on the ground. Okay?
All right. All right. Fantastic. So there are a few more questions coming in.
Yes.
So we have about 10 minutes left. So 3-4 questions
Okay.
are here.
Let's take one by one very quickly.
Sure, sure. What is the weightage of the different rounds like that, personal interview and portfolio? What is the weightage? Question from Ria Bose.
Ria Bose, good. Number one, as I told you, we take a balanced view of the whole thing. And I personally select students just by looking at them. We know what they are. I think now I'm going through a rapid fire.
Okay. Well,
Does that answer?
Probably a little better if you could elaborate a little bit. What?
Well. What I meant was, I want to see the passion and the ignition, because question and answer is not enough. While answering a question, you might have fumbled. All of us are human beings. We will be under psychological pressure. We might skip something. we may make a spelling mistake. So section A, B, C, we take a rationalistic view of that. Section A and B are those multiple choice questions about little bit of physics, little bit of chemistry, little bit of mathematics, little bit of geometry, etc. And section C, to reiterate, is those descriptive sketchings and drawings and things like that, and portfolio review. And when we are talking to you through the camera, we can identify who has it and who doesn't have it. So I thought I'll be very clear in that.
All right. So Ria,
And I have also firm believer that सबको एक बार मौका तो मिलना चाहिए. You got my point? Everybody should get a chance.
Yep.
So does that answer?
Yes. So yeah, just so you know, okay. When there are, colleges like NIDs, the larger colleges, they have so many thousands of students applying to them that DAT becomes an elimination test, really, and then they focus on the round two where they can get to know you a little more personally. Whereas when it comes to colleges like Jain, they directly go to that round. Even the DAT is important to make sure that you have the aptitude, but the second round, the personal interview and the portfolio is more important to Jain University, where they get to know you better and where they want to see what you can contribute to the school and how you will, what passion do you have, so
Yes.
hopefully that answers your question, right?
Yeah, I'm sure all of you are hearing. See, this waitlisting, we will take you in the next cycle for review. All these are marketing gimmicks. Number one is that we are very clear that we are not creating a factory of taking 600 all kinds of people in. No, we have a seat limit. We go by, this is a university with 100% AICTE approval for our four-year program and master's 2-year program. We have only 30 seats per specialization. Specialization meaning industrial design 30, communications and media design 30, lifestyle products and accessories design 30. Under industrial design 30, 15 will branch off into product design, 15 will branch off in retail and interior space design. Under communications and media, 30 out of 30, 15 will branch off in graphics, 15 will branch off in UI UX, and no branching off in lifestyle products and accessories. Because the concept of hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear, Dion?
Yes.
The concept of second cycle doesn't work. Let's look at our own psychology. If somebody has told me that, listen, the first cycle is over, we may consider even the second cycle. I already have taken a back seat to my own psychology. I may not even come back to them. So our strategy is going to take all of them, take a conscious view of all the candidates. I want to look at their heart and brain. I want to look at their passion and the spark, intent, and sir, give me one chance. I want to show you. That kind of a passion I would like to see.
Okay. Fantastic. So we have.
Tell me.
Go ahead.
No, tell me.
Right. No, I was just coming to a few more questions. So if you have to finish off on the previous point, you can continue.
Please, I can continue. What is the next question?
Yeah, next question. All right. So Neha Venkatesh is asking a question. I'll come back to that question, Neha. But let's take a few more questions. Can you
Hmm.
elaborate on the teaching faculty, number one? Okay, this is a question from
Okay.
Ramu. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Question, you can take that first. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
And
let me
then,
answer that.
yeah.
Well, in our faculty, you may have seen, starting from the top, top in the sense chronologically, I have Rajsekar with me. Rajsekar Narayan is the 91 batch of textile design NID. Before that, he actually comes from handloom technology. For the last about 25 years, he has been teaching in all the other design institute as a visiting faculty, including 4 NIDs. He has been a regular member with in teaching in NID Ahmedabad, NID Vijayawada, NID Jorhat, Kurukshetra, and a couple of other design institutions. He has gone through that experience of institution building, because when NID was building the blueprint of Kerala State Institute of Design KSID, Rajsekar used to be an active member. And Rajsekar has also worked in the industry, JJ Exports in Calcutta. He had his own company and he has executed product. So teaching design to execution of product, Rajsekar has gone to the full cycle. Next, I bring Tina Roy. Tina is a textile designer way back in 2001-2, and finally, Tina was the design head of Urban Ladder. She has worked with Janav and Fab India, one more, and then finally, for about 6 years, she was the design head of soft fabrics and soft material at Urban Ladder. Then I have Darshan with me. Darshan is a graduate of tooling technology, and an MDes from MS Ramaya. And then he has worked with General Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, Tata Elxsi. Then we have Bappa Das, who is a graduate from Government Art College, Calcutta, and he was a teacher in MIT, Pune. With Bappa, we have Darshan, Bappa, Kiran. Kiran is an engineer and MDes from IIT Delhi. Kiran was an active teacher in Kerala State Institute of Design. We have taken him. The gentleman who is to head the studio, that is the workshop of Kerala State Institute of Design, Prajesh, is currently with us. And we have Amulya. Amulya is a graduate from Chitrakala Parishad, Bangalore, and then she was with a project at NID. Then she did her master's from Indian Institute of Craft Design, Jaipur. And along with Amulya, I have Vijayashree. Vijayashree is also Home Science and Textiles from Hyderabad. Then a master's in design from IICD. Now, Amulya specializes in hard material. Vijayashree specializes in soft material. Apart from these, I have Vindhyashree, who is an engineering graduate but has done her strategic innovation and entrepreneurship from National University of Singapore and Stanford. So this is, I'm gasping now after talking about 8
So,
faculty members.
so along with
And
that,
I
I'm
have been teaching. I have
showing.
been teaching since I was 25 and a half years old. So I hope that should satisfy. And by the way, we are also inducting 3 more in graphic design, in space design, and in product design. We have 3 more lined up.
All right, all right. Fantastic. So last few questions, Professor Dr.
Please,
Ghosal.
please, please,
Um,
please.
so Gauri, I hope your question has been answered. Um, so Anusha Saunder's questions are more related to uh, to the test, the aptitude test. She's asking
Hmm.
physics, chemistry, maths. Uh,
Hmm.
10 class, you mentioned that there'll be physics, chemistry, math. Is it class 10 level or class 12 level? And
Uh,
logical, what kind
uh, uh, Class 6 level.
of? Okay.
Class
Okay.
6 level.
Okay.
Now, class 6 level.
Okay.
I really mean it. I really mean it. At least they should know that heat only travels from top to bottom or bottom to top. At least they should know this.
Okay. Okay.
You got my point?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So Anusha Saundar, is that does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. And as far as logical reasoning goes, um,
Hmm.
yeah, I think students have been preparing for various entrance exams, primarily the NIDs and NIFTs. So is that kind of
Hmm.
preparation sufficient for this? The logical reasoning
No.
part?
No. No. Clearly no.
Okay.
If all of you are if all of you are hearing me and listening to me, please understand there are certain kind of knowledge base that are required for your own self. One, design is a different thing altogether, but at least you need to appreciate that design is also related to physics, chemistry, little bit of biology, little bit of mathematics. At least you should know that there are the importance of these connections. But the kind of people that I want is the kind of people who have the hunger in them. I want to do something, I don't know what. And the other extraneous knowledge base are for yourself only. You should at least know that there are various kinds of plastics that are used at home. The plastics which are used for water bottle are not the same plastics which are used for the tiffin boxes. Is that clear?
Yes. So Anusha, I hope that's clear. Okay. Yes, so she's replied yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
finally,
Hmm.
last two questions. One from Madesh Raju.
Hmm.
When should we be submitting
Hmm.
our portfolio?
I think if you look up on our website, this will be coming up very soon, or maybe it's already up. Portfolio and personal interview will happen together on 25th and 26th. 9 of our faculty members will be sitting with a spreadsheet of about 30 to 40 per faculty members. We will have their phone numbers and we will go on calling them in a sequential manner. So somewhere I remember I had written that during the whole 25th and 26th, they should be alert on their phones that anytime they may get a call from us, and if possible, we will try to pre-declare it with classifications, saying that this number to that number during this time of the day, this number to that number during that time of the day, and over the camera, showing their work and talking will be together.
All
Is
right.
that okay?
So
Okay.
Madesh, I hope this is clear. Fantastic. Uh,
Mm.
okay. A new question from Tejaswini. How many pages of
Yeah.
portfolio does the panel of interviewers expect?
One stage. They are just expected to show one, two, or 10, saying that, sir, showing at the camera, This is the thing which I wanted as a gift for my mom. And this is the thing which I won an award. This is the thing which I was trying to do, but I failed. And that's it. That's it. That's it. See, this is addressed to all of you who are sitting on the other side of this webinar. Is that please appreciate, in any case, design will be taught. On the day one, you will be asked just to hold the pencil correctly, bend the pencil correctly, and simply draw straight lines. So, what we expect is, if you have done something or anything, at least some people take some photographs, make a cartoon caricature out of it, take your brother's photo, make it look like some peculiar thing. You take a snapshot of a beautiful sunset. You do something on this. You do some paperwork. You do some cloth work, stitching work, some paper model, anything. Anything is okay. Anything is okay. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yes, last couple of questions.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think Neha Venkatesh is
Hmm.
asking, how do I
Okay.
decide what specialization to select? This is, I think, a very personal
Very
question to
no no no
Neha.
no no no. Very
Yeah.
very. This is actually helping the others also.
Okay.
See, Neha, what happens is when you guys come in, there are several things happen. One, I really don't know what I want to do. Okay. Another thing is I'm very passionate about that. Second thing, from tomorrow I want to get into game design. There are three typical categories people come in. What really happens is when you guys go through the foundation program, you guys will be given with all kinds of drawings, sketching, nature drawing, object drawing, human figure drawing, a little bit of geometry, shape, composition. So two things happen. One, from the faculty side, we know that this person is extremely good at detailing or space, or he or she is passionate to material. His color work clearly shows that he or she has got an innate understanding of color. So this happens from the faculty side. From the student side, what happens is because of peer interactions, and by the way, from the semester one itself, industry exposure will begin. From the semester one itself, outsiders will come to talk to you and to be in their jury. So this peer interaction with their own friends, with the outsiders that are coming, then the candidate starts thinking that I think I am more, I'll do much better towards any particular direction. Maybe soft product, lifestyle products, or heavily into uh, printable graphics, heavily into digital graphics. So these clarities evolve out. Does that answer?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Neha, hopefully that answers your question. Please type in yes or no, or if you want more. Okay, so Neha says yes, sir. Thank you so much. Final
Yeah.
question regarding the fee structure and hostel facilities available. A question by Anusha
Hmm.
Sounder.
Okay. Fee structure is going to be, I think the latest it stands at 3.85 per year. 3.8. Something very, very important and interesting. I must flag it out because nobody in India has this. Within that 3.85, I can't tell you how much, but a portion has been apportioned towards the costing, towards the candidate's exposure to the industry. In our program, in a 4-year program, barring the last semester, so semester 1 to semester 7, there are 14 industry exposures planned, about 10 to 12 at the local level and 2 outside the state. All costs have been incorporated in the fee itself.
All right.
Number one. Number two, there are no specific hostels, but there are n number of PGs around, n number of paying guest accommodation. Food is not a problem at all. We currently have been operating out of the Center for Management Studies building, which is next to Hotel Holiday Inn on Seshadri Road, just the other side of the race course. Entire 7th floor has been given to us. It's a huge floor. So those will not be the issue at all.
Okay.
Does that answer?
Yes. Anusha? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Madesh Raju has the last question from Madesh Raju.
Okay.
What if, yeah, on the day you'll organize the personal interview calls, he's concerned that if he's on if he's online, busy or maybe answering some exam, is there any
No,
way
you don't have to finish your sentence. I know the answer. I myself have written that after all, we are all human beings, and we are in India. So taking all the factors into consideration, it is statistically possible that somebody might miss out. Maybe, for example, in my house, as Dion, there was a power cut for about half an hour. So those are chance factors. We know that it can happen, but he or she will appear in the next cycle. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. At a point of time, there could be electrical cutoff. God forbid, if somebody might fall sick, somebody's computer may not be working properly. There could be some problem in connectivity. These are the advantages that you have sitting in India. So we respect that. Nothing to worry. Just a small intimation, and his or her taste will be taken in the next cycle. Nothing to worry at all.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
now, Dion,
yes.
Dion, if this is the last question that we have already answered, I want to take a couple of seconds to tell 2 most important things.
Sure. Go ahead.
One, this is the only institution in India whereby we have a 3-week orientation program before the actual commencement of the semester. It's not a matter of joke. I'm sorry, I think it's 2 week. Within that 2 week, what we do is, in a staggered manner, all the faculty members tell their own stories. 1. 2, we show them exciting global case studies of design. 2. 3, within 2 weeks, we'll bring about minimum 4 to 5 mid-career senior designers to talk to them as to what's happening outside. This is the beginning of the academic year. And if all of you are listening to me, hearing me, please understand After 4 years, definition of a product might change. So, after 4 years, or maybe during your academic tenure, if and when you are selected, you might be working on a product or a process or a system which could be an intermix of product, furniture, textiles together. Got my point? If you tear open a shoe which is worn on the foot, is it a product, or is it textiles, or is it AI, or is it material? A high-end jogging shoe combines all 4 or 5 of the things. Is that clear?
Right.
There could be a glass partition which is chemically treated and AI enabled. So is it a glass? Is it a material? Is it AI? Or is it a partition? You got my point?
Right.
So to begin with, don't be under that pocketed domains of product, furniture, ceramic, textiles. It could be an intermix of 4 or 5 things. Is that clear?
All right. So you got that?
So
yeah, I think that should be fine. Do you have anything else to add to that, Dr. Ghosal?
no, from my side, nothing else. Only
All
wishing all of them the best.
All right. I think there's one last question that has just come in. Will students be given the stream they want, or after counseling, the university will give it to them?
Choice will given to the preference, because somewhere down the line I told that I want to see that hunger and passion. If you have the hunger and passion and clarity, you deserve it. But in certain cases, there could be a little, there won't be any push. It's not that if you, if you join that scheme, that discipline, your neck will be cut from your body. No. Always it's a matter of balanced decision. So, and by the way, for all of you, I don't create designers. I prepare people who can face the coming world with the knowledge of design, the process, nuances, factors. So to me, the definition of a designer is not a product designer, graphic designer, furniture designer. You need to be clear about a holistic approach, yet having a specialization, whatever that you want to do, whatever. Is that clear?
Okay. So Anusha, hope that's answered. Yes. So we got a final yes from Anusha. Right. So
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ghosal. Has been enlightening.
Thanks, Dion. Thanks, Dion, for organizing this and mentoring this and sort of taking us through the process. And to all the prospective candidates and aspirants, boys and girls, all my personal best wishes to whatever that you want to do in the future time to come.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Ghosal, on behalf of all the students.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Please go on to DQ Edge. I saw some of you have just applied already. Go to DQ Edge, click on the Jain University, Jain D School logo, and click on the Apply Now button so that Dr. Ghoshal's team will know who it is and they'll get back with you. All right.
Can I just add a small info?
Sure.
To all of you, when you enter into our website, come to About Us, come under Leadership. Though I don't call myself as a leader, I'm just an enabler. I don't know why they have put that English. Under Leadership, you will see my page, and just scroll down on my page. There is a clickable button called Dean's Message. Please click that and read through. You'll be able to look at things which I told you today from my heart. What I mean by this change scenario, what all, everything is there in that 2-page small concept note. It's called Dean's Message. Just click on that under About Us and Leadership.
Yeah.
So thank you very, very much to all of you. And Dion, I must thank you for organizing this, for giving us a chance to express ourselves.
Not a problem, doctor. Thank you so much. Okay.
I think it went off very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Chalo, bye. Bye. Bye.